Welcome students to English 101. This is Professor H. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about Spark. That's his name. So meet Spark, your 24/7 course assistant. Spark has been trained on all of your course topics and activity instructions. Here are a few things Spark can help you with. Spark can help explain complex concepts in a clear, concise way. Brainstorm, discussion, and assignment ideas to get you unstuck. Strengthen your writing for clear and powerful communication. Connect course materials to your life and goals. Explore the intersection of your faith, life, and learning. And in order to get into Spark, all you have to do is if you're a new user, just click on that button, follow the instructions, and you're inside next tier. If you're a returning user, you could just press any of these buttons in order to get back into to Spark. And so once you get into Spark, it's going to look like this. It looks kind of like ChatGPT because it is ChatGPT. Except that it's ChatGPT that's been trained only on the material that's in this class. And so if you want to ask Spark questions, you can ask it questions about the different concepts in this class. For instance, I asked it, how do I do the illustrative essay outline? And then Spark gave me a great answer. Choose an issue, define your topic, outline supporting points, use the essay outline template. Then I asked Spark, what are different kinds of essays? And then it gave me a very good rundown of all the different kinds of essays. What is the template that I have to use for the illustrative week 1 outline? And it doesn't quite have access to the exact worksheet or syllabus. So if you ask it questions about how do you do the template, outline template for the week 1 assignment, it won't know that. So you have to make your questions more like, what is an illustrative week 1 outline? Or what is an outline? Or how do I create a illustrative essay outline? And then it's so any kind of concept. And then I asked it, well, when I write an essay, can I write fiction? Sure, you can, only for narrative essays. And then I asked it, what is a thesis statement? And it did a great job in defining a thesis statement. Explain to me in simple English. So if you don't understand really something complicated, you can ask it to explain it in simpler terms. What is an essay? And so here is the breakdown of what is an essay in simple English. And so what about an academic research paper? What's that? And can that be fiction? And then here it does a great job in and you can argue with it. So here I had a discussion where we went back and forth, or I said, but wait a minute, I do want to use fiction in academic writing. And it said, no, there is room for creativity, but you can't just make everything up, okay? When imagination can play a role in writing an academic essay, but you can think about different ways of approaching your topic, that sort of thing. So it does give you tips, writing tips, on how to be creative, but not, you can't do fiction. So basically it can give you writing tips. So basically all of this is about writing tips. It also gives you study skills tips, but you cannot ask it, prepare me for the week 1 quiz. It's not going to know what that is. Instead, it's just going to give you a lot of study skills, assistance. But you can go back and ask, what is a thesis statement? And so basically, I tell you, don't ask it things like, what do I do for the practice forum 1? It's not going to know that. And so you got to read that yourself. And so it's going to say, I'm sorry for the confusion, but as a course assistant, I don't have access to specific quiz content or course materials. However, I can provide some general advice on preparing for quizzes in a course like ENGL 101. So it does give study skills. And then I asked it questions that, aren't each quiz uploaded in your data set? And he said, no. Don't you have access to the ENGL 101 syllabus like you're supposed to? It says no. So don't ask it questions about, deadlines and all that kind of stuff. You still have to ask me. So if you have questions about the deadline or what you have to do for each week, you can always email me for that, or look at your syllabus. And so here, what is it? And then so basically, it helps you the most is when you ask it questions about the class, such as what is an essay, what is a thesis statement, what is paragraph structure. And instead of saying, prepare me for week 1 quiz, go look at the quiz, and you're going to notice that week 1 quiz has to do with essay structure. So you can ask it quiz questions like, but what is essay structure? Well, what is paragraph structure? So instead of saying, what is practice forum 1, you would say, what is paragraph structure? Because practice forum 1 and the essay 1 are all about essay structure and paragraph structure. So basically, you get the most help from Nectier, from the computer, is if you just stick to the concepts. And then you could also, and then it knew what is a LAPU study room because it took it right off the LAPU website, okay? But if I ask, how do I do the week 2 forum, it's not gonna know that, okay? So what about the week 2 forum and week 1, 2, 3, and 4? What do you know about ENGL 101? So then it guesses. But it's really good if you're brainstorming for ideas. So let's say I get stuck. I don't know what I want to write about for my illustrative essay. So give me a list of essay topics for illustrative essay, a small problem I can solve. So it should come up with a list of essays. So I'm still playing with it as well. So I am not always certain it's going to behave the way it's supposed to. Now, supposedly, it should be able to brainstorm ideas for you. Okay, so essay topic list for illustrative essay, small problem you can solve. So let's see if it does it. I guess it didn't do that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So this is not very good if it's not. All right, so supposedly it's supposed to help you with your ENGL 101 essay topic list. But that's what ChatGPT does, because this is supposed to run on ChatGPT. So let me go to my ChatGPT. I know I'm cheating. This is I'm still supposed to be doing Nectier, but I'm still supposed to be doing Spark. But anyway, give me an essay list for illustrative essay, a small problem you can solve. Now, supposedly, once they get Spark working, Spark is supposed to do something like this, because it runs on, Spark is supposed to do something like this, okay? The reason why, for some reason, it gave me a lot of gobbledygook. It gave me this, when it's supposed to give me, let me see, it's supposed to give me this, okay? This is, once they get Spark working, it's supposed to give you a list, okay, of, these are the topics for your essay, okay? So in the future, in future classes, but it did work well enough. So right now it works some of the time it doesn't. Let's try what is a thesis statement again. I know I did that before, but okay, what is a thesis statement? Let me see if it's intermittent. See, so even I'm playing with it because it just came out this semester. So let's see if it gives me gobbledygook. It's giving me gobbledygook. Okay. So I guess they got to take it back to the, back to the drawing board? Yeah, it worked earlier. Let me see if I refresh my, oh, okay, then it's going to have me log in again. That's not very good. That's how I log into Nectier. So now you know how I log into Nectier. So you get to see that. Let's see if that helps. Okay, give me an essay topic list for illustrative essay, a small problem I can solve, or something like that. Let's see if that works and if that helps. Oh, it's not working. Okay, so you can just ask it small questions about the class, like different kinds of essays, what is an essay, and it will explain it to you. So if you're curious, you should play around with Sparky. That's what I call it. It's kind of fun. or just go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give you, and this is for your week 1 outline. These are some topics that you can write about for your illustrative essay week 1. I know I went off the topic. This is supposed to be for your Spark. Anyway, so you can play around with it, see, and tell me how well it works or doesn't work. In my case, as I'm doing this live, this video, it worked 50% of the time, and 50% of the time it gave me gobbledygook. So it still needs, I mean, this is the first semester. Look, it says it's got a baby face. So, you know, it's still a baby, and, you know. So share the feedback in the week 1 forum, or in where you can put the share the feedback here, which it goes back to the drawing board, the people who made it. So I'm gonna put into my feedback. It works 50% of the time, and then it gives me gobbledygook. So there you go. But it is cute looking. So so welcome to Spark. Welcome to the age of AI. And yes, ChatGPT, my regular ChatGPT works much better. So someday when Spark gets a little older, it will work just as well as the grown-ups ChatGPT. I know I'm just being kind of humorous here. So anyway, if you have any questions about Spark, and if you try it out, and if you're brave enough to try, it's in every class, okay? Every class that you take will have a Spark in it. So you might as well, you either try it out, and each Spark is supposed to be trained only for that class. So if you look at my neck tier, see, every class has its own Spark. You see, I don't know if you guys get to see all of this, but I see all of these, and it's supposed to be like if you're taking Psych 460. If I click on this will change to, for me anyway, Psych 460 Spark. All of these different Sparks are trained on all of these different classes. So I'm in English 101, and I teach English 115 and 105. Those are the ones that I would be using for my teaching. So anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the Professor H Writing channel.